All right, so we're back at it again. Deadly Assault has reset. I had something to say. I was talking about this earlier. This is actually kind of crazy. I'm assuming they're just gonna give us this free internet membership. That's kind of what I'm reading from this. Um, the reason I'm cautious about that is because like this, for example, was like, oh, here's a special thank you, whatever. But you actually have to spend money on this. I'm hoping we don't have to buy anything to get this, and if we do, that's pretty cool. We're just getting a whole free internet membership. Uh, in the short term, that's like $5 they're giving us essentially for free. But in the long term, 3,300 polychromes is actually no joke because 3,300 polychromes is what? Again, we looked at this last time. It's like a $30 pack almost. Go back here. So if you were to just buy that polychrome, $30 only gets you about 2 grand, right? So it's actually more of this one here, 33 for so $50. Again, this is in the short term. Like if you want a 3,200 injection right now, it's $50. But this internet membership is why like if you see this, if you've been on this channel for a while, whenever I talk about buying stuff, if you're gonna buy something, just buy this. Because again, you're getting 3,000 polychrome or whatever. Well, 300 monochrome, and then polychrome over here. But you're getting 3,000 as long as you log in every day and check in for your stuff for $5 compared to $50. You know what I mean? Like it's just ridiculous. Right now, like if you have the double bonus whatever's, you actually get way more. You get double that, but I still wouldn't recommend paying for any of this stuff. Even though I did, you can see I bought for Use It Hub, but still wasn't really. It's not really worth it. I wouldn't recommend it unless again you really need to get a unit. Anyway, let's get in here. Um, okay, so I'm probably gonna use uh let's look at these buffs right now. But I'm probably gonna use Yeshing Wong here. Attack specialty, anomaly bonus. So you can't use anomaly here, even if we wanted to. Obviously, this is just gonna be Sanby. She's gonna punch him to death. I've been using Sanby, the Sanby trigger team with what's her name, with Zhao a lot lately. But in this case, I might just stick with Nicole just because he has Aether weakness. So we're just gonna pile in a little more on that. Um, 25% critical damage increase. So that's that. Then down here, because it's rupture focused, I may just use Yishuan here. Um, I might try this with the new her, but the problem with her is that she needs to pair with other 5 stars. Normally, I pair her with like words like Trigger, but because Sambi, I'm using Sambi Trigger. Obviously, I can't use that stunner. And if not Trigger, I usually use Dylan. But again, Dylan's going with Yeshing Wong. So there's not a whole lot for her to use. Um, I mean, obviously, like you can with Soldier 11, you can use her plus her, and then whatever. But the problem with that is that like you're running against the grain so hard that like these are all free to play. Like if I go in with her and her or whatever, or her and then her and then her or something, you're gonna have a really hard time matching scores just because these are all free to play units. Like as much as like as good as Soldier 11's buffs are, she still can't like solo stuff super well. Especially not this boss, because this boss has a 40% defense buff. Which again, this buff, if you're running like Minato or any rupture unit, like it just doesn't exist. All right, so that's interesting to think about. Is that like this little line of text, this one like half sentence or clause or whatever, it's just completely meaningless to all rupture units. But to Soldier 11, it is actually like super impactful. 40% defense buff is no joke. Even though I run, uh, like if I were to do this, if I absolutely had to, obviously I'd probably just use Minato. But if I had to, I'd probably use her, and then pair her with what's her name, with Rena to get a little bit more pen ratio. Because Rena gives out like 38 plus Soldier 11 has like 32 from the set that she's wearing, which averages out to 70%. defense shred, right? So it's not bad. If I had to, I'd probably like grind it out, but we'll try this when I get to this one. But first, I'm probably just gonna do the easy. I'm gonna take the easy route and do this one. Now the question here, let's see, Aether Veil, we get attack and crit damage. When they use, I don't care, I'm probably gonna use that one. Stunning, they get increased stun multiplier. They take longer to recover. EX special attacks give us more crit damage. I'm probably just gonna go with this one. Yeah, we're gonna go here. We're just gonna go. I've been using Zhao a lot, so I replaced that team here, but we're gonna go back to you. Now, this is her build. I guess I'll show off the builds here. The builds are usually the same. 62 for 200 crit damage. Here's her. This is all her stuff. Everything has like +3 crit damage on it. It's ridiculous. I'm actually gonna change her out. Where do I want this one? Do I care? I think I want this one. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. Well, actually, I'm just gonna go with where is it? This one. Okay. And the reason I do that is, again, I've said this a few times before. Nicole's M6 gives out 15% crit chance, so 84.2 plus 15 gets you 99.2 crit chance. You can go over, but I don't want to go over. I'd rather just stay as close to 100 as possible without going over. But yeah, it's not that big a deal. That's how I like to do it. And this is my Nicole build. Now, in this case, I've been running Nicole's weapon on her just to make it easier to try to transition over into it. But I'm really like, Kaboom the cannon on her always outperforms, just because Trigger does damage throughout the entire match. And having this buff of, she can't use the full buff, so she can't stack it to 4 times, but she can stack it to 3. So this is a 12% buff that's active for the entire match. Whereas her bubble, this increased damage that they take, is only during her bubbles. So it's like the bubble lasts like 3 seconds plus 2 seconds afterwards or whatever. They're like a 5-second buff that's on them. So it's not bad. It's just that like when I get this maxed out, this will probably outpace this. But it's still 50-50. It may or may not. Just right now, the consistent team-wide 12% damage for everyone on the team is just too hard to pass up on. It just outperforms her weapon by quite a huge margin. Yeah, I guess we'll just do this. All right, let's get in there. This guy's just a punching bag. He's like I think he's a Gen 1 Deadly Assault unit, so we usually have a pretty easy time with him. Since I have what's it called? Astral Voice on Zhao when I run around this team. I'm constantly training myself to quick assist more.
Get ready. Adjusting for wind. My bullets are one with the wind. Right on here.
We're already at the 1400 mark and we barely hit 2 minutes in. Or 1 minute in. We're in 1 minute, we have 2 minutes in. Ah, I messed up! Oh well, whatever. Like, you see that triple star mark? I was supposed to burn all those. But I got a little impatient. I just looped the ult. But yeah, anyway, since I've been using Zhao a lot more on this team, I have to make sure I get the quick assists every time. To keep that Astral Voice buff up. in every team except the Yexing Wang team, who she's supposed to be basically like built for. Like everybody else can sustain the Astro Voice better than better than her team. Just like her team has like no quick assist because Dialin doesn't have a lot of quick assists. And while what's her name? Zhao actually has a lot more quick assists than people realize. I'm just gonna have to rip the ult here because it's better to rip the ult during stun than get that last thunder mark or whatever. I kind of messed up there. I forgot that it would refresh them all somehow. That last follow-up that they added to the last follow-up that they added to Sanby after she does her triple dashes or whatever. That's when you want to like throw out a bunch of her other abilities. I should have just probably gotten that triple star mark there. I'm just gonna hit her with this. Just gonna hit him. Well, I'm just ulting just for the damage, because it is an ult. It doesn't do a lot of damage. Obviously, it's a stunner's ult, but I mean, it's an ult, so you know, whatever. I'm not gonna not use it. So we definitely, I'm pretty sure we could have hit like 5k with that, but no, maybe not. I think maybe at 48 at least. I'll probably keep trying it, and we'll see how high I can get it. But I'm like 50k. We have to be able to hit 50k if I keep trying and optimizing the run. But yeah, that's that. What else was there? Something else? Yeah, the other two might be longer as I talk about these, but the buffs like help a lot. So again, the fact that the stun is longer means that we can get more of our DPS in there. Those some of the stun rotations were not as efficient as they should have been. Yeah, what else was there? Yeah, mainly just I had to keep the EX special ults up. Between Nicole, obviously Sanby's EX specials are like her main bread and butter, and then throwing in some EX specials from Trigger whenever I can keeps this buff up. Oh, this is kind of interesting. After an agent uses an EX special, that I'm assuming that agent's crit damage increases by 40% for 20 seconds. That's kind of interesting. So every 20 seconds I have to trigger an EX special with somebody, but I guess it's independent. So again, if Trigger does it, it gives Trigger a 40% crit damage buff only. I figured it was like the whole team, but okay, so that's kind of interesting. I wonder how that may or may not. I doubt it's going to change anything, but that's, yeah, good to consider. What is this? Who's using this? Anomaly. I'm not using this, so it doesn't really matter. This, again, this is probably what I'm going to use for Yishuan. So, but anyway, that's it for this one. See you guys in the next one.